بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم قال اللہ تعالیٰ فی کلامہ المجید لقد خلقنا الانسان فی احسن تقویم صدق اللہ العظیم۔ جب سے سنا کہ یار لباس بشر میں ہے، اب آدمی کچھ اور ہماری نظر میں ہے۔ For this brief session, I'll talk about status of man, our relationship with our Creator, and how human beings are having difficulty really comprehending as to who they are and what their responsibility on this earth is. اس تھوڑے سے وقت میں یہ بتانے کی کوشش کروں گا کہ انسان کی حیثیت کیا ہے، اس کا رشتہ اس کے پروردگار کے ساتھ کیا ہے، اور اس کی یہاں ذمہ داری کیا ہے دنیا کے اندر۔ آسان الفاظ میں I'll try to make it as simple as possible۔ یہ میں اس لیے کہہ رہا ہوں کہ لوگ سمجھتے ہیں ذرا سا کوئی بات ہو جائے، اوہو شرک ہو گیا، اوہو یہ بندہ کافر ہو گیا، اس کا ایمان چلا گیا، اور یہ ہو گیا وہ ہو گیا۔ یہ اپنے آپ کی حیثیت کو پہچانتے نہیں۔ جب آپ نے ایک مرتبہ کہہ دیا لا الہ الا اللہ محمد رسول اللہ، دوسرا آپ نے یہ کہہ دیا کہ ہر چیز جو ہے اللہ کے دست قدرت میں ہے، اور جو کچھ بھی ہوتا ہے یہاں اس کی مرضی کے ساتھ، اس کی اذن کے ساتھ ہوتا ہے۔ انسان جو کرتا ہے وہ اللہ کے لیے کرتا ہے، اور یہ سب طاقت اللہ کی دی ہوئی ہے، کسی وقت بھی وہ اس سے واپس لے سکتا ہے۔ whatever humans do in this world basically is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them the ability. And if Allah pulls back His support, His mercy, then there is nothing that anybody can really do. Intelligence, understanding, and realizing your status, all that depends on basically your own capability that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. So the basic reason why all this confusion started a couple of centuries ago was that Britishers that ruled Muslim world at the time realized that Muslims loved their beloved Prophet so much that they really have given him a status that is difficult to understand. So as long as they love their beloved Prophet that way, it'll be difficult to defeat them. So the best thing to do is to tell them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent all the messengers. Messengers come, they bring a message, then they go away, and after that you have the message. So you have Al-Quran with you, follow it, and then you will be rightly guided. You don't need the Prophet and this and that. Na'udhu billah. So ان کا یہ کہنا تھا کہ جب تک رسول پاک کی محبت مسلمانوں کے دلوں کے اندر ہے، ان کو آپ کسی طریقے سے شکست نہیں دے سکتے۔ تو یہ محبت ان کے دل سے نکالنے کے لیے ان کو یہ بتاؤ کہ اللہ نے سب پیغمبر بھیجے ہیں، اور پیغمبر آتے ہیں، اپنا پیغام لے کے آتے ہیں، اس کے بعد چلے جاتے ہیں۔ اب اس کے بعد جو پیغام ہے اس کو فالو کرو، مطلب یہ کہ صرف قرآن کو فالو کرو، اور اس کے بعد حضور کی جو تکریم ہے، جو ان کا مقام ہے، اس کو بھول جاؤ۔ اگر اس کو دل سے نکال دو گے مسلمانوں کے دل سے، تو پھر جو ہے ان کے اوپر رول کرنا آسان ہوگا۔ شرک کی وجہ سے یہ ڈریں گے، یہ نہیں کریں گے، وہ نہیں کریں گے۔ خانقاہوں میں انہیں بٹھا دو، وہاں پہ اللہ اللہ کریں اور وہاں پہ ہی رہیں، باہر نکل کے سیاست میں نہ آئیں۔ اینڈ دے شوڈ ناٹ ہیو اینی پاور in running any affairs of any community or any government. And that was the secret plan. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has much better plan than them. And people that really knew the status of man, and people that are beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have that message in their hearts, they realized that this was a connivance by certain societies. So they have been really true to their mission, and thankfully the message of Islam through our beloved Prophet is there. It's very simple for us to understand. If martyrs, people who will give their lives in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they can live and they are given sustenance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is in Quran. If Quran teaches us that even the martyrs are alive and being given sustenance, then how about the prophets? Of course, Khidr alayhi salam's stories before us, and there are others that do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is constantly in power. Kullu yawmin huwa fi shan. At every day, He is conducting His affairs, and He's in charge of everything. He has His beloved people even today that are running His affairs. You may be coming this way. You may have prayed yesterday that I want this, whatever else the prayer you made. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is granting you that request. वो आपकी दुआ को कबूल कर रहे हैं. Now, somehow or the other, that particular thing that you desired is being delivered to you by some person that looks like me or you, and that person may not even realize that this is what dua you had done, but it comes to his heart and he comes around and does it, and your work is done. If you can connect it to your prayer and say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used this man to help me to answer the prayer, then of course you are a believer. But if you don't even connect and you just think that this happened by coincidence, even then you should realize that it did happen. Things do happen that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does for His beloved people, by His beloved people, by the people He chooses. And this is how the universe is running. So we have to understand that. Do not be afraid that somebody will call that you are doing shirk when you're doing this or that. You're not. You are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do it for you, and it's being done by people.